What is up, y'all? Today in the shop we have this 2017 Polaris Sportsman 517 EFI fuel injected unit with selectable all-wheel drive. Just got done fixing some electrical issues, some throttle position sensor stuff, as well as doing a service on it. I'm going to go take this thing outside. Currently negative 15 degrees outside. And get on this thing. Unit starts right up. Polaris makes a good product. I think most people know that by now. So some notes on this thing. Like I said, Polaris makes a good product. We know that already. Lots of different units. Been around for a long time. I will say that the oil change on this, a little bit messy. Where they have the oil filter, I was not a big fan of. It's on the front of the engine, kind of cocked to an angle, so it's not the easiest to get to, and also kind of dumps oil everywhere on the skid plate. But other than that, everything else went pretty smooth. Right here, you're going to hear me lock up the brakes, just doing some testing. This has got a foot brake as well as a left hand brake, which controls all wheels. Both foot brake and hand brake kind of control everything. It does have good braking power, stops it right away. Unless you're on ice like I am. Like I said, it is cold, it is snowy, so it's a little slick conditions out right now, but still doing well. So we just got on it a little bit here. I will say that the 570 is much more peppy than the C-Force 600 that I just test rode not too long ago. You guys can check out the video here at the top of the screen. This thing does seem to be a bit more peppy. Feels a little bit more refined. Again, Polaris been around for a long time, dialing in all of their products. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video while we were in the shop, this thing was also here not only for service but for some check engine lights and going into limp mode. Come to find out, we had a wire, number one, rubbing on the frame, causing a short to ground, giving a false reading on the throttle position sensor, throwing this whole thing into limp mode. Found that wire, got it all patched up, taped up, so that won't happen again. If you're not familiar with the Polaris four-wheelers, they have an interesting throttle mechanism to sense for like a broken cable. It will kill the ignition just in case the throttle cable breaks and sticks wide open. Kind of an interesting thing, but that also has to be adjusted correctly, otherwise it can cause weird running problems. Alright, right here we are kind of checking the traction out on this gravel alley that's covered in snow/ice right now. Two-wheel drive, getting decent traction for what it is, sliding around a little bit, that's alright. Here I am gonna flip her into all-wheel drive and see if we get more traction. Spoiler, we definitely do. Alright, right here we're down in low gear. We'll take off two-wheel drive, just spinning tires. Leaving that in low, gonna shift that into all-wheel drive. Let's see, we got a ton more traction. So final thoughts on this machine. This thing is big enough to have enough power to do whatever you need to, whether it's utility work, riding around, four-wheel drive. It's got plenty of power to get through just about anything you need it to. But the thing's also small enough and nimble enough that it's easy to get around on. Be fun for trails. Great toy machine as well. Thanks for riding along with me. See you guys in the next one.